the Pizza Ninjas community show, where we are back weekly talking about all the Pizza Ninjas and recently Pizza Pets updates. I have my co-host with me after as he said, taking profits and dumping on everybody watching this video so he could travel the world the last month. Welcome back, Fred. How was your journey, man?
Thank you, thank you. It was awesome. It was awesome. You know, one thing I love about Web3, you have friends all over the globe. So I hit up some of my Ordinals friends and went to see Yoshi in Thailand. It was also Holder, by the way. So
So cool. Heck yeah.
trained
You guys
some
didn't take
trained
any
some Muay
ninja
Thai.
pictures?
Dude, you know what it is? We laughed because as I left, I told him, dude, we both make content, but we didn't even make a picture of
Man,
each other of like meeting up. So might as well never happen. You know, if there's no pictures, don't trust it.
I have my fair share of things that I should have taken pictures of and then just forgot.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that front. I'm sharing with our community that we're live right now. That way they don't miss anything, you know. Beings, we took a break. Ken and I did hold down the fort last week. We came back last week, and basically just caught everybody up on what's been going on. I have a couple things to catch us up on today's episode, but one of the main focuses I wanted to talk about once we dive into it is the Pizza Pets white paper coming out. So as you know, so Fred, I think you know this. If you just gave your pets like just the standard healthy diet, of pizza and beer, which is pretty close to what I've had these last few days, man. I've been eating rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you gave your pets that diet, they would have evolved like a week or two ago. So we're really like,
Right.
a lot of people have immortals now and they're prepping their way for season two, like what to expect to season two. So we're going to get a lot of that soon. The white papers actually might drop today, but if it doesn't, we have a space on it tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'll point you to that and I'll remind you guys of that several times throughout this video. Let me go and share this with our ninja community real quick, and then we'll get going. Fred, did you reach immortal with any of your pets?
Dude, you got to give me the vibe check here if I pass the test or not, because obviously we have a percentage of how many of our babies evolved. So I had I think a total of 14 and eight of them survived. So what, that's like around what, 60%? Is that a good percentage? Did I do good, chat? I don't
Man, I
know.
feel
I
like
think so.
speaking of chat, let me see who's in here. We got Brabba saying GM, got Shin saying GM, Master Almeida, GM, Rewired X GM, Mateus Almeida, Bo Tarday, and somebody Rewired says I have 5 immortals. Um, that's a really good stat for me to check in with. I need like a huge dashboard of stats besides the ones we have on the site, like maybe some like back end
Yeah.
stats, and that'd be cool to answer like while on the show. Speaking of stats, we might as well pull the ones up that we do have for everybody to access, which is the ones that are like on display. First and foremost, we have almost 1 million times that somebody's fed their pet. That's crazy, Fred. Almost 7 figures of people of times of people feeding their pets. There's 12,682 pets still alive. 45,514 died. We also need to like go back and find our predictions for all this. Now that we're like kind of like on the later side of season
True.
one, I want to say this is pretty close. I was thinking like 10K, so this might have even exceeded my expectations of 12K people, but I don't remember exactly. 11,000. There's definitely more immortals than I thought there would be.
For sure.
11,329 immortals. So most of the people that kept their pets alive got them to immortal. So GG to all of them. And yeah, man, the season two is right around the corner. So we got kind of a prequel to this white paper. I don't know if you saw this. You're in one of your spots all over the world during this time, but Trevor actually put out a GitHub doc, basically brainstorming, not really brainstorming, putting things on paper on like what we're going for in season two. And I thought it was really cool because it was basically taking community's feedback on like what they would expect out of the game. And he was taking a bunch of other, and this is not even limited to this. I've been in a lot of the meetings. There's a lot more than this, but you take things like classic pet games like Pokemon Red and Blue, Monsters Rancher, Dragon Seed, Digimon. It goes, so on and so on. We then core mechanics for the game. So there's like training, battling, breeding, dungeons, towns and weapon tournaments, et cetera, et cetera. Basically taking all of this, using all of these games mechanics and making the ultimate on-chain game, not only on chain, but on the chain on Bitcoin. Did you see this or did you have a chance to read it? I know you've been traveling.
I didn't read this, but I did chat with Trevor yesterday, and he gave me a little sneak peek on like the world and what it looks like, and it's pretty fun. I have to tell you.
Yeah.
I have to tell you also, it's I love how it's inspired from like classics,
Yeah.
but it's the first on-chain version of maybe some of the strategy games that we've played in the past, right? But just bringing it onto the mother chain.
Yeah, I love that too. So I don't even know. I'm like a big Pokemon fan. Like I have been a Pokemon fan since like I don't even know when it came out, but like I know I saw the movie in 1999 or 2000, the first one that came out in theaters. I saw it in theaters. I had all the great games all the way from like Red, Blue, and Yellow, and every game since then, including the current games. And I've done competitive play. So I've done like the breeding mechanics that was like you pass down EVs and IVs. I've done like training types. I've done like abilities, all everything, right? So it's kind of cool being able to be a part of a game that uses games like that as inspiration, as well as 15 others, right? And so this is really exciting, right? There's a lot of cool stuff to come. I would love there's so much that like I want to like share, but I can't yet. And so far, the only two things that we've like even given like an ounce of like of kind of leaking anything yet is definitely these two. As you're talking about that world earlier, you can kind of see it in the background of this, as long with the ninja, and then of course the pet. And then, this one that was posted on February 20th of just this like what some people might have not thought had been this lot. When I first saw it, I was like, dang, this thing's huge. I was expecting like these little pets we carried around as eggs to like, hop on our shoulder like Pikachu. But we got like a Snorlax, right? Like towering over a city. But these are the only two like real leaks we have of season two right now. More to come very soon. I'll say if history repeats itself, Trevor notoriously during these spaces that we're going to have tomorrow gives a lot of leaks. So I imagine this white paper is going to have a lot of leaks. If you're not already, make sure to set your reminder. It's going to be tomorrow. Mine says 9 a.m. because I'm on Central Time. I know like we usually use Eastern Time as reference, so it's like 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And be sure to hop on that and just listen in, dial in, read the white paper beforehand. It's not dropped yet. Hopefully, hoping it's going to drop soon. So that way you can be prepared. Um, my personal opinion, just not even from the project standpoint, but like don't ask questions if you don't read the white paper if it's released before, right? Like read the white paper and then get your questions because you don't want to like repeat what's already answered in the white paper. Any thoughts on this, Fred?
It's different, right? If we talk about white papers when it comes to a blockchain infrastructure piece, which is very technical. This one will be a lot more fun and immersive, especially because we all know the pizza pets because we've been putting a lot of energy to breed them. So I think we'll all curse you to read that thing after the spaces once it drops. And yeah, I think next week we'll be able to leak a bit more, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've obviously seen like some of what's to come. I don't know what's gonna be in this white paper. So like there's nothing even I can leak about it because like I have guesses, right? Like I have a lot of things that like I kind of know the direction that I think it's gonna go, but like ultimately, like I don't know either, right? So it's gonna be a news and surprise to me as well. So I'm excited about it, right? Like I've seen a lot of what you've seen all the way from like kind of theorizing, reading the comments and going to all this. So what's this
Have
top on
you
this?
do you know how the seasons are being approached? So right now we have season two, right? What's the plan for season three, four, etc.? Or no info on that yet.
So that'd be a good question for Ken. But I would just say the
Cool.
same thing that like what any like holder perspective would be is that it's a game meant to be played forever. Kind of like how I don't want to misrepresent it the wrong way, but I would imagine the way that like again using Pokemon as a reference has evolved over the years. I don't know if we're actually comparing it to gens, right? Like Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, but I think of it as a way
Right.
of like, an ever evolving landscape
Yeah.
of a game because these immortals are immortal. So, like, if you want to have more seasons in the future to do more things, more game theory, more crafting, more training, more complexity, and all that, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure that's going to all be in the playbook. But as of right now, I am just the guy who delivers what we do have, right? So when we have a white paper, I'll be the one that presents it. So as far as theorizing what the next, 5 seasons are going to be or look like, I'm more so focused on the present of just like the season two that's about to drop. And yeah, dude, I'm excited for it personally. I again, there's still a lot of unknown, but I'm sure that we're gonna get a lot of leaks tomorrow.
Epic. Let's run it. I'm excited for that.
Heck yeah,
How
dude.
many of your how many of your pets did survive?
Man, funny story. So I think since we've talked, I've only had like, I did have a couple die, but I'm still just in this like busy limbo mode where like I actually bought quite a few immortals. But I keep pausing my actual pets because I'm so busy and inconsistent right now. I'm like scared for them to die if I get inconsistent, but I also don't yeah, so basically a lot of my pets are like still paused and I keep buying immortals.
That
So
makes
that's
sense. I mean, they are at a discount right now, so
yeah, and that's kind of how I was thinking, but like I'll eventually continue these. It's just like I've been getting so distracted recently. Like I felt kind of bummed honestly when I had a couple that did die just because I got distracted. That like I decided to keep pausing again. That's why all mine are like all mine are younger, and then I keep on buying these immortals. Um, so
well, at
that's
least
what,
at least you're not traveling. When I was
yeah.
traveling and taking care of my pets with time zone shifts and all that. And then last minute the freaking what was it? The yellow pineapple came through. I don't know
Yeah.
which color it was anymore, but it was the last minute one for me to evolve. And it got one of mine. So I would have had nine, but I got eight.
Yeah, dang, dang. Well, at least you got 8 of them. That's sick. That's more than I have, as you just saw. Um, we got a couple people in chat. We got Jen saying, "Oh no, we're doing another full block. Just a little sneaky leaker." Got Nazara saying, "Can't wait for season two." You guys going to do tariffs on on EU PvP? That's funny. Well, first off, Fred is not US based. So
Yeah, no, oh God, that whole that whole rabbit hole of tariffs. I'm curious how that's going to affect us.
well, now that you mention it, where are you based in? We'll make sure to just do tariffs on where you're from. We'll do the we'll boost up all of our fees
I
just for your
think
region.
Stein sounds like a Dutch name, so
Yeah, so I'm not. I recognize his ninja from being Shin, or I can't pronounce it, but it's SJEN. See, and but
yeah.
even in the chat, it looks like it's spelled different, right? Yeah, yeah, it's spelled different in the chat. So I don't know. I'm really bad with
Well,
that pronunciation
life
type of stuff.
is life is too short to learn Dutch, guys. Don't do it. It's a scam.
Um, but yeah, so really looking forward to this. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of stuff that's like new. Really just like prepping up for season two. Um, What? So we do have like a couple new like animations, probably since last time we went live. Basically, people celebrating the fact that they got their pets immortal. And yeah, I can't give you too much, right? Like a lot of it's gonna be leaked tomorrow. So like my main thing today, my main alpha for you is like do not miss this space tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time because this is when there's gonna be a lot of leaks and this actual white paper should come out before then. It should actually come out today. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely gonna come out before the space because the whole space is on the white paper.
Oh man, it's been too long since we had a release with sneaky alpha.
Yeah, right. It's just such a you know, it's hard to give out too much before like the actual too much too early. So I always have to be careful what I say. But Trevor's going to be on Spaces tomorrow, and Trevor, I don't, if he leaks it, it's whatever.
Yep.
The CEO can leak whatever he wants. I try to be a little bit more careful because I don't want to be the one that's like, oh dang. So definitely tune into this space tomorrow. I'm going to try my best. I've never missed one of these spaces before, but tomorrow specifically, my wife has a photo shoot, and I and my kids are out of school for Mardi Gras. Yes, they get out for Mardi Gras where I live, and so I am going to be a stay-at-home dad with my kids tomorrow, which is going to be very difficult to attend the space, but I'm going to try. We'll see how it goes.
That would be three jobs at once. Each kid a job plus
Yeah,
live streaming.
dude, for real. The kids are a real job, man. It's they're a lot, but it's also cool to see their opinions on like, the game, on the pets, on the animations. Even though they're kind of too young right now, like they're like one's 3, one's 4. But the 4-year-old's getting to the point where she knows what she likes, right? Like she thinks things are cool or I mean even my 3-year-old my 3-year-old all she wanted for her birthday, which was last week, was a Spider-Man like bottle to like drink out of, and because she really likes Spider Man, because we watched the one on Disney, the newest cartoon one is like more of like a comic series, like different world Spider Man. So they know what they like, so it's cool to kind of get their opinions on like what we're building.
Yeah, yours just missed the crypto native IP train. I think maybe in 10 years we'll have the kiddos want like some pizza ninjas cups to drink out of, you
Well, that's what
know.
I'm hoping, like for my kids, because they're only 3 and 4. So they still got some
Yeah.
years, but we got some time to be this global IP. I mean, I already have they have Pudgy Penguin toys, like the stuff, the plushies. Um, they have like a couple other things, but the Pudgy Penguin, like the animations and gifs, ironically, I feel like aren't really catered for kids. They're more like they're kid friendly, but they're like if you've ever been to their Instagram and just like watch some of their stuff, it's more catered to like relatable content, like something with your significant other or being on your cell phone or like, like more like viral content, not as much like children's content. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, it's even interesting for them to see what viral is as a concept. And
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have that growing up. You didn't have that growing up. Like that just came
Well, I'm
later.
just saying, like, it's ironic. My kids don't really care about Pudgies because Pudgies does not have content that caters to them. Like the Pudgy content is, and this is not to put Pudgies. I'm just saying, like, from an IP standpoint, the Pudgy's audience honestly is a little bit older because a lot of the stuff they produce is kind of like relatable content for like older people. Like again, just go to their Instagram. You'll see things like you I don't know, you want to cuddle up to your significant other, but they're on their cell phone or like stuff like that. It's like a kid's not going to watch that and be like, oh, that's funny. Like a kid's going to be like, oh, it's a
No.
cute penguin. Why does it have a cell phone? Somebody in
Yeah.
chat said the new friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is fire. Yeah, it's really good. I haven't finished it yet. I'm like, I don't know, 5 episodes in or something. I'm pretty far in, but I haven't finished it yet. I really want to.
Is that a
I can't wait
series or
till
what?
what?
Is that a series
Yeah,
or
yeah, it's like a very new, it's like 2025 series. It's on Disney. It's like a comic style Spider-Man that's like another universe. And yeah, I just can't really tell the I have a lot of opinions on this actually, but I'm not going to share it on this channel because it's not appropriate for this conversation.
good?
But yeah, it's a very interesting TV show. Um, would recommend trying it out and developing your own opinions.
We'll
But
try
yeah,
it.
IP conversations is a super cool like thing to formulate on. Like I don't know, like what are kids gonna like in the future, right? Like what are they gonna relate to, and how is crypto native IP gonna fit in those? That's what Pizza Ninjas is trying to figure out, and that's where we're gonna go.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, bam. Yeah. So super excited to be building that, and my kids actually love the Pizza Ninjas animation. Which, by the way, this is super important. I almost glanced over this, but I'm so glad we were talking about this. We are expanding to all social media, Fred. All of them. We are going
Cool.
to. Uh, I'm on a different browser right now, so it's being weird. We are going on YouTube, on Instagram. Those are our main. I'm saying all YouTube and Instagram are our main. We are on TikTok as well, but you never know if TikTok's going to be there tomorrow or not. For the US particularly. So yeah, if you're not already like sub to us on YouTube, like myself, well, actually, I'm not signed in right now. We have a brand new YouTube just came out, has both of our full length animations on there as well as shorts. I did not know I had to sign in to watch YouTube videos now. That's crazy. And yeah, so,
Wow.
and then on Instagram, we have the official Instagram handle. Um, so we worked pretty hard to get this thing. Believe it or not, you can't just like claim a handle, right? And so if you're on Instagram, follow us on there as well. I think Shin does follow us on there. I've seen him on there before. But it's just at Pizza Ninjas on Instagram. And same thing. Right now, we just have our animations chopped up, but we have some really cool plans for these socials that are pretty close to being executed, at least like the beginning phases, and you're going to see some really cool things to come on these. So if you're an early supporter of Pizza Ninjas, be sure to give us a follow on Instagram and a sub on YouTube. That would mean a lot. We just started these, as you can tell. Just started putting a little bit of content out, but I'm currently creating some content engines for them, and going to see some really cool, unique content that you're probably not going to see on Twitter. You might see it, but it's still like it makes more sense on 9:16 format. Like when you're watching the phone, opposed to like the Twitter, just like regular format. So
Just subscribed to the YouTube. We're at 97. So three of you guys listening must subscribe right now.
yeah, you should. That way to get us to those three digits. We obviously it's so new. We haven't done any campaigning or any questing or any sort of anything to grow them. And actually, like they've done pretty well. Like the YouTube, all those shorts have like multiple thousand views, and that's from directing like hardly anybody, from another media. So people like Pizza Ninja stuff, and so it's exciting to see. It's gonna be very exciting to build out. That's one of my primary focuses, along with Pizza Pet Season 2, is to really make sure that we have some of these things going. So other than that, Fred, I got this heated mug, man. It keeps my coffee at 135 degrees Fahrenheit. I know you don't know what that is because all of you people from other places use Celsius, whatever Celsius is, but it's a nice
But
temperature for coffee.
it looks like a really aesthetic one for it
It
to
is.
also be thermal. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's really cool.
I paid up for that. Paid the extra 20 or 30 bucks to get a nice looking green one. But it's awesome, man. It's got like a little button on the bottom of it. You just click it. You got different temperatures to set it to, and this baby stays at the perfect sipping temperature.
Oh,
130,
okay.
Yeah. It's even better.
Send me the affiliate,
I need
Chris.
yeah, I need a ninja right here on it, man. Imagine this is just like this whole thing is just that like FF 5500, I think that's it, orange, and then just has like the ninja on it.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. That'd be dope. Um, yeah, it's even better if you
Well,
can like have a charger with. Yeah, I remember
if
your post
we're
from forever ago where you were like, "This is the needed content setup." And at the time, I didn't have a Yeti, but now I do. And you had like a Yeti on your
let's
desk,
go.
and like a couple of other things. I was like, "Dude, I need some of that. That does look like a good setup."
You upgraded, man. You got a
I
Yeti.
did. Although
Are you
I
happy
think,
with it?
dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like I can't get the like plastic taste of the straw like out of. I don't know what it is. It's just like it's. I've
Ah,
had it for like 2 months, and it's like I still taste something that artificial, right? I don't know how to fix that.
that's that's no good, man. Yeah, I never had one of those with the straws. Those
What'd you
remind me
have?
always of the. I have. It's just a clean mug, man. You got to keep it clean, Chris.
Mine is
I don't know why
clean. I wash
it
it.
is clean, but it has a straw.
I
It
know. I
has a
wash the
straw.
straw too, and I got a little straw cleaner for it. It's like a little long like thing you just like you clean it out with.
Wow. That's impressive that you make that part of your routine, cleaning out the Yeti straw.
All right, I think we're derailing here. You know the drill. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Pizza Pets, White Paper, Spaces. But White Paper is prone to be released anytime. Have noties on Pizza Pets Twitter. Pizza Ninja's Twitter, and I think that's a wrap. Troll Farmer waits until the very last. I'm concluding the video to input. Chris and a straw better drop some alpha. See how now I feel like I got to leave you with something, but I don't know what I can say, man. Um, I wish I could show you like the one of the. I mean, I'm even a little scared to say what I do know. I wish I could show you another one of the immortals that like looks like the ones that you've already seen, because they look awesome. They're super cool. So there's my alpha. Just my alpha is trust me, bro. It's going to be really cool.
Trust me, bro.
That's enough alpha.
We're gonna leave them with.
I'll message Trevor and see if we can leak one more of the of like these immortal scenes because you gotta think there's one for every pet, right? So they all have these like super forms. What okay, there's a little heart. He's a little smile. Sweet. Appreciate everybody for joining. Shout out to oh wait, I didn't want to interrupt you falling in love with your straw. Shout out to Troll Farmer who spearheaded the event in Paris. Thank you very much for that, Troll Farmer. Really got the ninjas together, uh, got the venue booked, organized it, took organized everything, pictures, video. Like seriously, appreciate that. It meant a lot. Got Scion in here. Just do it. Shannon earlier, or Sijin, the trying to confuse us with all the different names. Nazar, Rewired, everybody else that jumped in the chat. We appreciate you guys. We will see you next week at the same time, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.